Hi there, everyone. I'm back with the second episode. A relative of mine called me and told me about her son that's graduating from college in a computer science major. Her final obligatory was to make a video, construct a parasite that can infiltrate a human body and destroy organs. Now, any rational person would think this is a college student graduating and being put upon to psychologically go through actually making something to harm other people. She was really disturbed. And of course, once she opened up, she told me about this thing going wrong on the planet, that thing going on the planet, this thing is happening, that thing happening, which of course we all know. And she asked me, what's going on? The most important thing is we have to understand who controls the planet. It is not just one country against the other or this or that. These are all pawns in their hands. Now, who controls the planet? Coming back to the subject. According to the Book of Ra, great book, I recommend it highly. The Archons arrived on this planet from the Orion star system 3,600 years ago. And they started by interbreeding with humans to make a bloodline. The Archons themselves live just beyond the visible range, just beyond what we can see. Our field of vision is a smear of what the electromagnetic field that the universe is. Actually, what we get is, according to David Icke, is 0.5% of the real magnetic field. And the visible light is just a smear. Here we live. So all this exists. So we are basically blind, so easily manipulated and controlled. The Archons are a warring empire. They are self-centered, self-serving people who go to conquer and enslave people and use them basically as food. We are like cattle to them. So, these bloodlines eventually become the leaders, the kings, the queens, and this and that. And higher ranking politicians. And so this is through them and two other factors. One is through the military industry establishment and production of technology, smart, which basically means if you break it, secret military armament residential technology. And you can see as the technology were given to by the Archon to the people to develop and been passed on, we are more and more and more under control of the devices. They're not after us. They're after, I'm old enough. I'm not what mean us, people around my age. The young people they're interested in, because these are the one eventually will come and replace us. So now they're actually what we call a technological generation, technological babies that grow with these tablets. That's where they get the information, the reality and everything, so they can tell them what there is. And there are other plans brewing to make this solidify in the planet. The other factor is the pharmaceutical company. The pharmaceutical companies actually keep the genetic evolution of human beings at a level or reduce it. So we can't evolve. We can't come to a place that can understand that our unity with the infinite intelligence or the Great Spirit. We can't receive directly, we only receive from what we are being told. So what they do, they control the media, the politicians, the pharmaceutical company, the military establishment, and via that, they keep us at a level that just doesn't understand. Their tactics is to isolate and separate as much as possible. They force and force more varied identities. At one time, there was only a man and a woman. Now, you can check in the computer how many different variations of genders are. And they're listed probably around 40, 50 of them. There were few exceptions, besides man and woman. Those were exceptions. Everybody accepted them as kind of crazy or whatever. So they arrived 3,600 years ago. Now there's a federation of the planet who arrived at this planet 3,300 years ago. They were 300 years behind. It took them that time to catch on that, there's a sinister plot is happening in this galaxy and specifically the planet Earth. So we are in a cosmic war that is happening right on this planet. The Federation is oriented towards service to others because they understand our unity. Archons are about separation and isolation. The Federation is about unity and wholeness. So, but they had 300 years ahead of us. And because the people who are controlling our half-breed, they look like us, they talk like us, and they are self-serving, they have no empathy. They're like psychopaths. They do anything they are being told for profit. The dollar bill says, "In God we trust." That's what the God is, the dollar bill for the most part. So, the politician gets money, they make a law, they make poisons mandatory for every child on this planet. And they say, "Oh, this is for your own good health." And most people would probably believe it. The unfortunate thing is that our younger people believe them wholeheartedly, because more and more education is indoctrination. More and more of our history is deleted and unknown, and we know only something that they want us to know about history. They have given us religion to control our mind more and more and more. They give us science to prove to us that they are right, that what they are telling us is the case. It's not. Nothing, it seems, as they tell us. And nothing, it seems, what we see. The whole creation is a vast mystery. And we are that. You and I are that vast mystery in the creation. Yet they poison us with blood. Bad blood. They put us directly into our blood. They pass laws that only drugs can cure. That's years and years and years back. So they can eliminate all the healing arts. And the doctors and the public health officials, most of them don't even know that they are serving them. They are just what they have been taught. And with their good hearts, they have believed their lie. But that's good for people. That's how you heal. That's how you do it. Emergency medicine aside, God bless them. These days, the way life is, there's many accidents and dangers. They put people back together. Without them, a lot of the people would die. So, where are we here? What are we doing? Probably we are here to enhance our awareness. What are we doing here? Well, this is infinite intelligence manifesting in this awareness. Probably to experience a diversity. The uniqueness of each awareness. So, how can we do that? First, we have to look around and awaken. Means what? Means knowing the programming and not be programmed. So we can be that infinite intelligence that we are. And stop becoming food to the archons. How do we become food to the archons? We become food to archons when we are isolated, depressed, angry, anxious, miserable, sick. They enjoy that because they are psychopaths. They have no empathy. And they enjoy that energy. They feed from that energy because they're not solids necessarily. They're right on the band. They manipulate, they occasionally manifest as reptilians. They look like reptiles. A man with a reptile or a creeping reptile, or whatever. Dragons, all sorts of stuff. Snakes of huge size with fancy names. Away from that. So, it is quite a discipline to stay loving, to stay in humor, to self-observe ourselves when we are in negative emotion. So what does that mean? For example, if we are negative, we are basically insulting the infinite intelligence and ourselves. When we are angry, it's because something we must change in ourselves that we haven't, or we are not, or we don't want. And constantly considering our unity. When you see another person, what do you see? Besides the eyes and the nose and the mouth and whatever other thing he has. When you look at another person, be aware that you're looking in another infinite intelligence, another manifestation of that, another creator. And that extends to everything else on this planet. This planet is a sentient planet. Why do you think they are here wanting to conquer it? Why do you think they want us as a slave? Because we are part of that infinite. We are aware. We can be self-aware. So my friends, just stay in love. Just stay in your heart. Respond to life in your heart. Don't respond from mind and head and judgments and this and that. Say the truth as you see it. Don't buy political correctness. Don't buy censorship. Don't buy censorship. Check things, check the facts for yourself. Don't allow them to tell you who you are, define you, who you are, what you are, what you should be doing, how you should be doing it. I can talk a lot. We'll leave that another subject for the next time. I leave you in love and peace.